Hello. Unannounced live stream. Well, kind of unannounced. I did advertise a live stream for tonight and then cancelled it because things were running a bit late. So, yeah, things didn't really turn out the way things were meant to go. But I'm going to be live on Pizza's stream in like 40 minutes. So I thought, you know what? Fuck it. I'll just jump on. And if anybody jumps on, and Big T's there. What's up, Big T? Yeah. Just very, very casual stream for like, half an hour. Chatting shit. Didn't really have a chance to acknowledge the chat on the last stream because it was one of those, countdown live streams, and like JT was in the chat, but I was kind of like elsewhere, like trying to deal with counting down, the score. So yeah, I couldn't really get involved in the chat. So I thought I'll spend half an hour tonight. I was meant to be doing a live stream like from 11:30 UK time, but things didn't really work out that way. So I thought I'm gonna be on Pizza stream at 1 a.m. I think that's like 8 p.m. EST. So I thought 45 minutes, quick stream. Thoughts on Cocaine Bear, Big T. Yeah, it looks interesting. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. It looks like one of those movies that's definitely got cult status written all over it. I mean, it's certainly nothing to be taken too seriously. But I'm all down for a movie that doesn't take itself too seriously. Just give us a fun movie without any sort of messaging behind it, and just give us something to enjoy. Without any. Yeah, I mean, I know it's kind of based on a true story. I think it's maybe been slightly exaggerated from what it was. In all seriousness, but it is what it is. Yeah, I'm sure it'll be. It looks like it's going to be a fun watch. I'm not expecting, Citizen Kane, but give us a fun action horror movie kind of with some fun deaths. Some likable characters. I mean, is that too much to ask these days? It almost seems like it is, but yeah, definitely. I apologize for the noise I'm making eating this pizza. It is mighty meaty. So see if anybody else jumps in. Like I say, if nobody else, I'm not even going to say anything. I'm just going to sit here and wait for people to say something, and I'll respond. Otherwise, I'll just sit here and literally do nothing and just eat pizza because I'll probably just delete the stream anyway. So if anybody else jumps in, have got something to say, let it. If you're still there, Big T, anything else to ask? There's 3 people in the chat, so come on, ask some questions. Because I'm literally not going to entertain you in any way. I'm just going to sit here and eat pizza. You're eating McDonald's, Big T. Okay. I was going to say, I thought you thought I was eating McDonald's. No, I'm eating it's a really, 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 really average pizza. Like really average pizza. Like supermarket level pizza. I mean, it is literally a supermarket pizza, and you can tell as well. We've got DJ in the chat. What's up, DJ? DJ, got anything to ask? Because literally, this is just a ask. This is not me talking about anything in particular. I'm jumping over half an hour before Pizza's stream. So, any questions you want to ask me, ask away and I will answer. Or I'll try to answer anyway. Yeah, I'm not going to try and right the world of anything. That'll be for Friday night. Not going to complain about Jennifer Lawrence. That'll be for Friday night. But it's interesting to go live and like not put any word out whatsoever, just to see if anybody notices that I've gone live. Because there was no, I literally I didn't put anything on YouTube, nothing on Twitter. I just like literally cancelled tonight's stream to Friday, and then just like went to StreamYard and just go live. And I was like curious to see just like who would actually even notice. But nice to see JT and DJ there. Thank you very much. Come on, DJ. Got any questions to ask? I'm not even eating this. I'm just eating the topping of the pizza. I'm not even eating the pizza. I'm just eating the topping of it. Because it's such a shitty pizza. It really is a really shitty pizza that the base isn't even worth eating. It's just like literally just the topping is like barely worth eating. It's all silent now. See, this is the benefits of like plugging. Okay, Dan. I was just about to say, here's the benefits of plugging a live stream. If you just go completely randomly live for no reason whatsoever, then you're gonna struggle to get people jumping on. I will say, Dan, this is just like this is just me eating a pizza, waiting for Pizza stream. Like I say, it was meant to be a proper live stream from starting about like 11:30 UK time. I think that's 6:30 Eastern. But yeah, things didn't plan out that way, so that's been moved to Friday. So I thought, you know what, I've still got half an hour to kill, so I think I'll just jump on with a pizza and just talk a bit of shit for a while, or basically whatever anyone wanted to talk about. But I've got like half an hour to kill before Pizza's live stream, so I thought, you know what, I'll jump on. And I didn't really get to acknowledge the chat on the last live stream because, like I say, it was sort of like screen sharing, doing a top 100 list, and I couldn't even see the chat. JT could, but I couldn't. So I thought, you know what, I'll just do a quick half an hour live stream, and anyone who wants to jump on, I can like interact with them properly. So yeah, that's basically it. But Dan, I hope you're on. I hope you're going to be on a. I don't know. Are you going to be on Pizza stream tonight? I know you've got like busy with like your own stuff. Jamie, what's up? What's Jamie? Congrats on 5. I don't think I've had the chance to congratulate you not face to face, obviously, but face to message on 500 subs on your YouTube channel. Congratulations! I did like say well done on the last live stream, but I don't think you were in the chat at the time. So, but yeah, well done. I mean, 500 subs is the thing about YouTube is it's like whatever level you're at, whatever you hit feels like a big deal. It's like obviously if you are like 1,000,000 subs, if you hit 1,500,000 subs, that's nothing. But if you're at 499 subs and you hit 500, that's like a big deal. If you're at 999 subs and you hit the 1,000, it's a big deal. It's like so at the level, the lower end of like YouTube where we're at, it means a lot, to hit those sort of like it's the small numbers, but they mean a lot to us. Like I might hit 150 subs maybe in a few weeks. That feels like a lot to me. It means a lot, and it means a lot as well. Obviously, and the bigger you get, the less the sort of like smaller rounds mean. So the bigger a YouTuber you become, obviously, you know, you measure it in thousands, then you probably start to measure it in hundreds of thousands. So you get to the point where you're like a Mr. Beast or a PewDiePie, where you start to measure your subscriber rates in like, well, I gained 1 million. That's cause a celebration, or 5 million. And, obviously that's far beyond anything we'll ever achieve realistically, but it's nice, it's like, even like down at our level, there's something to celebrate about being, there's something to celebrate about hitting a certain rate and a certain number. And like I say, I've said it a million times, and I say, well, not said it a million times, but I've said it plenty of times, and I've said it plenty of times again. Is the great thing about being a small YouTuber is that, obviously you get the same people in the chat every time you live stream, and you have that interaction you can't get with being a bigger YouTuber. When you get to the point of like people sending in super chats, it don't get me wrong. The idea that somebody will be paying money for you to read their comments is great. You know what I mean? I wouldn't say no to that. I'm not gonna lie, but you lose that connectivity with your with your audience in a way, because if you can't like react to everybody on an individual level without them putting in, a payment, then you kind of lose something. So that's the great thing about, being a smaller YouTuber, is the fact that, anybody who jumps on your live stream, you know them personally almost to a point. Obviously you'll get new people jumping on every week or two, and then you get to know them on a, not on a personal level, but you get to know them maybe by a first name basis. And obviously, if you start to gain at a ridiculous rate, then the names in the chat, they just become a blur, and they become like meaningless. And I guess that's where the whole, paying to like stand out comes from, which is a little bit sad. But I mean, it's only, but there's no way around that. What you're supposed to do. I mean, if you when you do become a bigger YouTuber, like literally, what are you supposed to do? There's nothing you can do about it. If you're popular, a lot of people are going to want your attention. A lot of people are going to be calling out for your attention. A lot of people are going to be, asking questions, and it's a very difficult like sort of road to navigate. I think Piz does it really well with his live streams. I mean, his it's not ridiculous. Like, his live streams aren't ridiculous where it's just unassailable. The comments, he can like get through most of them, but he does do a good job of, like acknowledging everybody who he knows is like a long term fan, and newer fans as well. And it's not easy. I mean, it really isn't. But he does do a really good job of it, and I can't even imagine what it's like to do a live stream. If you got like 50,000, well, not even 50,000 subs, anything, more than a few thousand. And if you've got like 40, 50, 60 people in the chat, then that becomes, yeah, it becomes, I suppose that's where your mods come in as well, because, something else that we don't really have to deal with too much at our level is, comments which are kind of like, people being dicks, basically. I mean, I've had the sex bots already, even like with like, virtually no subs, but not really have to deal with like people being dicks in the chat, because the people in the chat are kind of people who just are mates, friends, people, just like what I do. But as you do gain subs, I mean, Dan will probably know this from just doing Flesh Wound. I'm sure like Dan and certainly people like Piz and Christian, people who gain subs, a decent level. There's going to be people out there who just, for whatever reason, have just decided, well, I don't like this person. I'm just going to like get in the comments and just like be a prick and just like, call them out for whatever. And like, it's not something I've had to deal with personally, because I'm just way too small. But I can guess that, certainly. I mean, Piz must. I don't think Piz's comment section is usually really really good, but I can't imagine there hasn't been a time when there hasn't been like comments aimed at him or whatever, just call them out on an opinion. Because when you get to a certain level, if you like something or you dislike something, and that goes against what a certain person thinks, then they're just going to go and they're going to try and trash you. And it's, you know what? I mean, I'm not going to call them out on it because I believe in free speech. So if they want to do that, more power to them, as long as they don't, you know, as long as they keep it within within the realms of, like, you know, not border on hate speech and whatnot. But if you want to call someone out and like insult them, I've not got a problem with that. But you've got to back it up. And if the person you were calling out comes back at you and just makes a fucking fool out of you, then fully deserved, you know. So, you know, it's one of them. It's like, oh, I'm all for people like just calling out people for whatever their opinions are. As I say, because, like, you know, if somebody, I mean, literally, if somebody wants to call me out on anything I say, I don't really give a fuck. You know what I mean? They can call me out and like fucking threaten to fucking murder me. I don't really care. But it's one of them things, you know. It's like if you don't like it, tough shit. And I fully back that, and I fully back the opinion of anybody who wants to say anything about anything. Um, but when you go out against someone who isn't comfortable with that, and I'm not talking about just name calling. I'm talking about, you know, if you do go up against someone and you do start, you know, calling violence against that person, that clearly is gone past the line. But if you just want to call someone out and just like call their opinion bullshit, then that's perfectly okay with me. Um, I think that's the problem with the way things are now. It's like society's just gotten too so tame and so precious now that like people don't want to hear opinions they don't like. And um you know, in the big wide world, you know, you're going to hear a lot of opinions that people don't like. People can have opinions that you don't like, and it's just something that like people have to deal with. And I think that's the issue with like anything now. It going from like social media to move, you know, from social media in general to like the real world to like not liking a movie or to liking a movie. It's just like society now seems to think that, you know, if somebody has an opinion that they don't agree with, then that's a cause for like just like canceling them. It's like, I don't like that opinion. Shut that person down. Shut the fuck up. You know, people should be allowed to have any opinion they want about anything over anything. Um, like I say, just as long as you're not inciting violence, as long as it's not hate speech, have an opinion. And if that person doesn't like it, tough fucking shit. And if you don't like the opinion that person's got, tough fucking shit, shut the fuck up, move on with your life. Get off Twitter, you know. And I've completely gone off on a random tangent now, which I always do when I've, you know, do one of these random streams. But it's just the way it is, you know. It's um Jamie says, "I'm Jamie. Who can't valid? That's right." Well, that's the thing, though. Yeah, I agree, Jamie, totally. But that's the problem we face now with a lot of it's down to social media. I think social media has been a really really major player in all that's bad in the world, but also all that's good in the world. Twitter's a cesspit. You know, we all know that. We all go to it every day. We all like jump on and take part, but Twitter is a cesspit, and you know, I have been banned from Twitter for opinions, and I've had to set up a separate account and a new account because it didn't go with the, you know, current flow of wave. Well, I mean, Elon was in charge, so why I don't know why it was banned, but yeah, it's just you know you can't really. It seems in 2020, it's not even 2022. It seems to be like, what's up, GT? By the way, sorry, GT. Yeah, I know. I didn't mean to ignore you, GT. I did see. I was just like on a rant. It just seems to be that going forward and like as we go forward into the 2020s, it's like you can't have an opinion that goes against somebody else's opinion. So if the left are calling out the right are calling out the left, as if like each opinion, like their opinion's wrong and their opinion's wrong. There's just opinions, It's not like they're wrong and they're wrong and they're wrong and they're wrong. It's just like they've got an opinion, they've got an opinion. So listen to the opinion, agree with it or not agree with it, but just accept that it's an opinion. Yeah. And don't try and cancel that opinion. And it works on both sides. Don't try and cancel an opinion from the left and don't try and cancel an opinion from the right. It's common sense. And if we go to the point where we're trying to cancel opinions from either side of the equation, we're in like dangerous territory. They really want to we don't want to be in a 1984 situation, which I did hear some people were trying to cancel 1984, the movie or the book, because it was problematic. Think about that one. That's dangerous territory if you're going down that route. Yeah, and what was the other one? What was the movie based on a book about burning books? That was a real thing as well, I think. A year or two ago, about censoring books. No, never ever censor a book, and never censor a movie. Fuck that shit. Yeah. Anyway, that's that. I'm just gonna end that discussion because I do tend to go on a bit of a rant about this sort of stuff, but my God, fuck the snowflakes, man. Fuck the snowflakes. Yeah, and fuck modern rock music, punk music, whatever you want to call it. Modern music sucks. It's shit. There's no rebellion anymore. Yeah, totally going off topic again. There's a punk rock band in the UK. I think they're from the UK. I hope not, because I'd like to think there's our punk rock bands had some fucking balls and some testicles, but a punk rock band called Slaves have changed their name to Soft Play. Soft Play. They changed the name from Slaves to Soft Play because they didn't want to offend anybody. A punk rock band changed their name because they didn't want to offend anybody. Let that sink in. We didn't want to offend anybody. Fucking hell, man. This is the level we're at now. Punk rock bands don't want to offend people. Yeah, I mean, maybe they took their notice from Rage Against the Machine. Fuck you, won't do what you tell me. More like, yes, sir, I will do it exactly as you tell me. Bunch of fucking sellouts, those fuckers, cunts. I fucking despise that band. Rage Against the Machine fans, sorry if you're fans, fuck them, man. Biggest sellouts ever. Oh, we're punk rock. Are you vaccinated? If you're not vaccinated, you can't come and see us play. Fuck off, man. Absolute jokes. Got the millions, made the money, and they just totally sold out. Go fuck yourselves. I'm sure there's probably Rage Against the Machine fans who watch this and be like, oh no, they're amazing. They're fucking fantastic. I fucking hate you. You can hate me. You're free to. It's a free world. Sorry. Oh my god, this stream's just gone completely fucking sideways. um, okay, I think I think I'm gonna quit while I'm at. Well, I'm not gonna say I'm quit while I'm ahead. I'll probably quit while I'm behind because I probably pissed off some people some way. Yeah, this was just a very, very quick stream. Whether this might even get deleted, I don't know. Thank you for everyone jumped on board. Sorry to any Rage Against the Machine fans. I apologise. Sorry to any Rage Against the Machine consumers. Continue to consume their product. It's very wholesome and nourishing, and they are in no way sellouts. But I will be over on Pizza's channel in 20 minutes. So if you don't hate me, Jamie, that is exactly the right attitude to have. Because yeah, love that. That exactly. That is the right attitude to have. Love you, Jamie. Yeah. If everybody could think like if everybody could think like Jamie, you know, if the world was ran by people like Jamie, not me because I'm a twat, but if anybody, if the world operated the way Jamie operates, then it'd be a far better place to operate. But anyway, I will see you guys over on the other side. Good night. For everyone who jumped on, thank you much. GT, Dan, Big T, Jamie, DJ, a couple of other people jumped on, I think, but I can't remember. Anyway, see you in a minute. Good night.